Hey, good morning. So we're moving on with a new personality disorder today. We are going to do avoidant personality disorder. So avoidant personality disorder kind of resembles or looks a lot like social anxiety, and they can go hand in hand. What we've come to find and what I've found with people with avoidant personality disorder, it could be that they had a lot of trauma in their life, of course, a lot of bullying from childhood, a lot of shaming. And so I have listed here 8 different things that kind of look or that you can find with this personality disorder. One of the things that avoidant personality disorder, it looks similar to social anxiety because of the fact that they struggle with fear of rejection and criticism. They don't like to be out in public around people. You're going to find these are people that they're not going to step up to the mic. They're not going to want to do karaoke. They're going to sit in the back. But there also are some things that they do that they may tend to try to fit in with others. They want people to be liked, but they have a tight social circle. So these are people that if they have good friends, that's it. That's their good friend. Otherwise, they stick close to family. So social anxiety disorder happens when you have an intense ongoing fear of being judged and watched by others, which that leads to sad or leads people with sad social situations. But avoidant personality disorder, avoidant situations, but it's more to do with their low self-esteem than with anxiety. Anxiety is the core feature behind social anxiety disorder, but it doesn't have to be present with avoidant. So avoidant, some of the things they avoid significant social activity, just that fear of being rejected and not wanting to go into it. You'll see them often pass and not want to be around. They stick to groups that they know. So they're going to be caught up in the familiar habits they've been brought up in. If it's family events or sticking around cousins or people that they know that they feel loved and safe around. They have a restraint in intimate relationships. So if you're in a relationship with an avoidant personality disorder, chances are you'll find that they're asking all the questions and they're not giving a lot of the pieces of their life. They kind of hold back with those things, and that's the fear of criticism and that fear of rejection. So they hold back in sharing parts of them. Ruminates on their fear of criticism or rejection. They, like we said, obviously in previous history and time, growing up, they've been bullied, shamed a lot. I know there's a lot of kids out there that do get bullied, and here recently, some are even being bullied at school by teachers, cutting them down in front of classes and such. I had an experience of that with one of my children back in the day and had to fight for that. So all of these, we need to be mindful, all of these different personality disorders, a lot of them are created through their products of their environment, through trauma that has happened in the household as a child. So they're inhibited in new social setting. They become quiet. Maybe they'll go to a networking event, but they don't want to be there. You'll find them kind of off in the corner. They may drink just to get through that. But they are just not interactive people. They're not going to be the first to come up and say, hi, how are you? They're probably the people that are standing over the corner, looking shy. So that's something that you're going to see. Severe fear of embarrassment, so become very anxious and upset if they think for any moment in time somebody would embarrass them. Like I said, you're not going to find them up on the karaoke stage. They're not going to be somebody that's going to be a spokesperson at a wedding event. They are going to avoid all of that together. That's not something that is their forte. They may give in to social events, and they're actually sometimes their actions trying to fit in are reckless. So they did a study on avoidant personality disorders and found out they were ones that would typically sleep around just to fit in or to feel loved or to attempt to feel loved. The other thing is they hold back from opportunities that arise. So there's opportunities they may qualify for, but they may pass up on those because they're afraid of that failure. They're afraid that they're not going to be able to make it, that they're not going to be good enough for other people. So avoidant personality disorder usually begins in their late teens and early 20s. And it's more likely to affect people with the following other mental health conditions, like clinical depression. You're going to see them together with not being able to be around other people. They're often lonely. They need people. We need people. God never wanted us to be by ourselves. Or persistent depressive disorder, social anxiety disorder. Avoidant sometimes doesn't have the anxiety that comes along, but social anxiety disorder, you may see that where they literally are anxious in new places. Obsessive compulsive disorder comes along with this. Also a panic disorder where they may, when they start to speak at an engagement that maybe their job requires that, they're going to be flushed red, they're going to be sweating, they're going to really be struggling up there to get through that talk or what have you. Anorexia nervosa, or binge eating, so eating disorders, evident flowing through their life. And this you're going to see in this personality disorder. And as with a lot of these other personality disorders, it is treatable with talk therapy. They say medication. I don't believe that medication helps with these. Like I said, it's a personality. It's actually a person. That's a part of their personality, a behavior that is characterized by who they are. And that's what is upbringing and coming out of that person. I say if you know somebody, be gentle with them, be kind, befriend them, but understand it's going to take a lot to be able to get close to that person and to allow them to let you in. And understand that bullying, if you see somebody that you know that might have an avoidant or an social anxiety disorder, that bullying is only going to cause that person to become further depressed and worse off. We need to be watching our bullying anyway in this world right now. But I pray that this helps you. If you know somebody that's shy and off in the corner and needs to be spoken to first, and all of these things, just take into account that they might be suffering from an avoidant personality disorder. And this could be from parents shaming this child from a young age, constantly shaming down the child. It could be from bullying from another child. It could be from school. It could be from a teacher. It could be from a parent. Just be mindful that we are creating these personality disorders by how we treat one another. And I say this today, and I hope this helps somebody. Bye-bye.